Guys, good morning. Happy Saturday. And I am here with my mug of masala chai. You guys know chai? It's an Indian beverage. And I mean, you see it at all these other coffee shops, right? You see it at Starbucks, tea, coffee bean, but the we make ours is really, really good. It's alkaline. So why am I starting this whole beverage conversation on a gut health webinar? Because it's really important how you break your fast in the morning. So I'm going to pull up some of my slides that I do for free education. I do give them away on my website, and I will pull that in a second. But meanwhile, what did you have today in the morning for breakfast is what I want to know. This is about leaky gut education. Now, leaky gut, is that a disease? Is that a syndrome? What is this leaky gut, right? That's what we're all always wondering. Leaky gut is just a term. And Western medicine doesn't see leaky gut as anything. And it's almost like a hoax in that world. But it is a really, really significant term to learn about when it comes to your health, because your gut is your second brain. And I would say it's actually your first brain, because everything has to go through your gut. And sometimes your gut brain axis could be delayed in the timing of how it gives out the the signal and how it recognizes things. And there could be about 15-20 minutes before you even realize something. So the satiety levels sometimes can be delayed, and people don't know that they're full, and that's how we end up overeating, right? So now, leaky gut is something that I'm very passionate about, because at the age of 23, I had my first massive gut attack, in the sense like it was so debilitating that I had to sleep on a recliner for almost 6 months. Yeah, I would say that safely. And why was that? Because a lot of acid was getting produced in my gut, which was really interfering with the quality of my life. And I had ulcers, I had probably candida. It was just a trashed up gut. Now, why is that? Because my parents didn't know any better when it came to my sugar habits. Or maybe they did and they tried. They tried quite a bit, but I wouldn't want to listen. And if they had sat down and explained me what it's doing to me and my body, I would have been more cognizant of my habits. But they just try to tell me not to do it, right? Just like any other parents. So as a parent, if you're a parent and you have a child who has sweet tooth, like overly indulgent sweet tooth, like I did, you should really take the time out to understand what this whole sugar sweet tooth habit is doing to your child and the gut. Because think about your gut as a place where there's constant work going on, right? There is food that we're putting into it, some good, some bad, water, digestion. There's so much processes going on all day. It's like this machinery that has to be on 24/7 almost. And in that, we end up adding chemicals, sugary stuff. You might have a gene that is not really aligned with gluten. So then gluten might be hurting you, right? There are so many different things that your gut has to go through. And when your gut gets inflamed, that's when the absorption of nutrition goes down. So at one point, when you try to clean up and start eating well, it's not really working, because it's not really absorbing anything. And why is that? Because you have trashed up your gut. So leaky gut is one of my favorite topic, and I can honestly keep talking and talking and talking and talking about it. I'm going to pull up my website. It's called yourgutdr.com. And I love using this when I do my educational webinars because it really helps me stay focused and not just keep talking about everything and anything. So I really urge you to go on yourgutdoctor.com. Let's go through some common signs of leaky gut. Like when you woke up this morning, did you feel you had some morning grogginess, joint pain, and fatigue, even though you've slept? You feel like you're not getting enough rest. I've been through all this, so of course I know. I don't have this problem anymore. I don't have to go through this anymore. But I had my fair share of years of going through this. So also, do you feel gas, bloating, constipation on daily basis? You don't know what food suits you, what doesn't. Sometimes you have this brain fog. You don't know where it came from. Suddenly nothing's making sense around you and you seem very confused. You have difficulty concentrating, some short-term memory loss is happening, skin problems. Your gut is a direct reflection of your, I would say, how your skin's looking, right? So, of course, we cannot see inside unless we do endoscopy and colonoscopy. But when you see someone's external appearance, they have skin issues, their hair is brittle, their nails are getting rotten away, their skin's not looking beautiful and supple, that's when you know they have a bad gut. At this point, honestly, it takes me less than 5 minutes to scan someone and know what's going on in their gut because I have helped so many people. I've helped myself. I've been in this since 2014. Believe it or not, I went through my attack and all that in 2011. Went through my fair share of learning and credentials, launched in 2014, which was Sixth Element, and started helping a lot of people. I had hundreds of clients there. And then because of my divorce, I had to let that practice go. But coming back to helping people now, I do it virtually and it really works. All of this is through extensive testing, EFT therapy, and also understanding what is it going to really take to change the behavior, right? So talking about leaky gut again, let's get back to the symptoms. Adrenal fatigue is also one of the signs of leaky gut. Heavy nutritional deficiencies, I talked about that, like gut being inflamed and then not absorbing all the nutrition from the food that you're consuming. And that's why some people say, oh, I eat healthy, I eat everything healthy. But your gut is so trashed up and you haven't really cleaned up because you don't know how to. Now, all that eating healthy is not really doing much for you. Yeah, that happens. I was just talking to a lady 2 days ago and she eats really clean, but she is a hot mess because of the same issue. You got being inflamed and not absorbing anything. So that happens all the time. So knowledge is power. And I would love for you to go through this video on your own. Spend some time on educating yourself, right? Like, don't just mindlessly believe things. Like, you'll be surprised when you go to grocery store how many labels on the front they look like this is the healthiest item to pick up. You look at the ingredients on the back, oh my God, you'll be like, what is this? If you understand chemicals, I do really well because of my major being organic chemistry and in general, like my bachelor's was in pharmacology and pharmacognosy, and I spend a lot of time understanding chemicals and the effects of it on the body. Honestly, you'll be surprised what type of chemicals they put. Like some of it, I see there is cross, I would say usage are common between hair products and your food. Maltodextrin is one of them. I saw it in shampoo and I saw it in food. Like, that is ridiculous, right? And understanding the effects of these is really crucial, honestly, because chemicals are chemicals. We don't know what they're doing in the body until we study them. I'd love for you to also look at this video. Really amazing information there. And we're just not really eating healthy. So here's a good diagram of how healthy gut versus leaky gut looks. And a healthy gut works like a cheesecloth, allowing only nutrients to go through, but keeping larger food and particles and pathogenic bacteria, yeast, parasites out. In leaky gut, these tight junctions are loosened, so undigested food particles and pathogens can get through and activate the immune system, causing a cascade of inflammation and tons of food sensitivities. So sometimes when people say, oh, all this healthy food is actually not good for you, especially with nightshade allergies, these are not true allergies. So like, work with someone who knows what they're doing. Don't just like start compromising on your favorite foods or feel so much I would say it's like this feeling of like what my life has come to, like so much annoyance around food habits. And we go through that when we start seeing major side effects in our body. Life start getting harder. You just don't know what to do, how to eat, right? Don't do that. Work with someone who is an expert, who knows what they're talking about. Like, yeah, I love business and marketing and personal branding. All that is absolutely something that I have fallen in love with lately. But this is my meat and potatoes. This is my core. And I have worked with so many people that now this is just like water to the fish. It's so easy for me to help people because of all the experience I have. So it's all about experience more than even credentials. So does anyone feel like this here? A lot of my patients come to me because of this. They go to the doctors and they've been told that their labs look great and everything's normal and they're the perfect picture of health. But in reality, they are struggling. Their quality of life is horrendous. So understanding where you stand and what kind of resources you exhausted is also really crucial, because leaky gut is not something you get diagnosed with the traditional medical system. That we just don't have that. And there are no labs that are paid for through your insurance. So unfortunately, that's the way. And if we want to change the way, we all need to stand up for this. That's the only way. Would you agree? I'd love to hear you guys' thought. I've been talking a lot, so please put some comments. I have a 90-day program that I take you from where you are to where you want to be, and I do have 99% success. So absolutely love the transformation that comes in someone's health when they finish my program. I was just talking to this family yesterday, and they were telling me I helped their mom get through this whole program and get to the healthy levels that they wanted her to be at. And also the autoimmune and different things that we were managing and wanted to put it behind when it came to all the worry that they had. They said, I have been such a blessing in their life. That felt good, guys. That felt really good. Honestly, being there for someone who doesn't know how to get on the other side and that agony that they're going through because of their health, I've been there and I know how it feels. And that's why pick a doctor who knows empathy and compassion, because if they haven't been through it, like there's no way human nature can understand what it feels like, right? So why does your gut health matter? And why are we talking about leaky gut today? Look at this diagram. Absolutely love this. So the gut affects everything: digestion, energy, weight, hormones, mental health, skin health. You know, everyone in today's world is so crazy about having luscious hair, healthy skin, and healthy nails, but they don't know that it all starts in the gut, because we've been sold all these gimmicks out there, right? I didn't know either. I didn't know either until my early 20s. So I was actually told by my dermatologist that my eating habits, especially my chocolates that I loved so much at that time, had nothing to do with all the acne I was going through. Yes. It was all in my head, and I was seeing this pattern, so I questioned it, but I had like it was the information given to me. This was the information given to me. So I couldn't do anything because I didn't know what I didn't know in my teenage years, right? You just remember, your gut is the gateway to great health, and everything starts in the gut and it can also end in the gut. But when the damage goes beyond a certain point, there might be no return, and that can happen, guys. So don't wait. Please go on my website. There's so much education. There is this whole video recording of leaky gut, and also the 6 R technique that I use for getting your gut back. First 5 are absolutely that we go through, but the 6th one is optional. Not everyone can afford it. It's stem cell treatment. I have done it for myself. And that's why, sorry, my throat this morning. I had a pretty long day yesterday. I had about 11 meetings, so I apologize for my choppy voice. So how we go through this in 90 days is the 6 R's that you see here. And this methodology has worked every single time. It has worked on me multiple times, and it has worked on hundreds of my clients now. And honestly, I wouldn't do it any other way now, because this is the way to clean up your body, clean up your gut, clean up your system, and give it a fair chance to heal, right? So you have three brains, right? Your head, your heart, and your gut. So these 3 are such important organs, of course, like brain, non-negotiable. We need that every day, on point, sharp. But your brain is directly related to connected to your gut. And that's why we have to make sure that we're keeping these organs in really healthy, amazing, beautiful conditions. So this I like to use for mindset, because how we've been fed information and how it might not be true, like your belief system might not be true information. That's something you need to learn. I absolutely love this combo here. I use it myself. And then, you know, just different things. Here's the testimonials. I'm grateful. I found Dr. Mansi for my gut health. I've been on this journey of healing my gut only for 40 days, and things have drastically changed for me. I've learned a lot during my journey with her, and I highly recommend her services for autoimmune and anyone struggling. So this kid, just 30 years old, has been struggling for like almost 10 years. There's another client, had baldy patches coming through in her 60s. Here's another one for weight loss. I have a few more. Oh, this one's actually one of my oldest clients, Punkery. She met me in 2015. Yeah, when I had Sixth Element. And yeah, life-changing diet and gut health results and PCOS gone. It feels so good to give life back to people, because it's not a good feeling when you are starting to lose hope with your health. So your health is an investment, and don't see it as an expense, please. People see like spending a couple $1,000s on their health as an expense because they've been paying for insurance. But what you're going to get in that world versus what you're going to get in this world with functional medicine, regenerative medicine, gut health is completely different outcomes, completely different system. And it's unfair that it's that way, but unfortunately, that's the way right now. We can change this together, but don't keep blindly following things that are not working for you. Don't do it. It hurts my heart to see people just stuck in the matrix of doing things that are not working for them. Book a consult. I have a special pricing, it's really not that complicated. And I have a guide here, guys, that I would love for you to try looking at and also implement. We can go through this together. Keep a food journal, keep a food diary, really, to understand what's happening when you eat well food. And making only one change at a time is the key. And all my clients will vouch for that. If they're watching this, they know I don't want to overwhelm my clients. So that's why we have a 12-week program. And we have many different things that we do in that program. It's always easier to start with supplements, is what I've seen, because making changes, hard changes that you have been accustomed to for many, many years is really, really difficult. So this is something that we do also. All of this is from my own practice and from the results that we've gotten. Good quality salt, absolutely non-negotiable. I use desert salt, Himalayan salt. I came across this new salt that this kid introduced me to. It's a Irish moss, um, like vitamin salt, something like that. I'm using it. I like it. I'll tell you the reviews on it soon. I just got it a couple days ago. So, um, salt is so crucial. Don't use the table salt. It's chemical toxin. Uh, focus on glyconutrients. Really, really important for your immune system. So low glycemic, colorful fruits and vegetables, using the right oils. I'm telling you, you are probably creating a lot of leaky gut and inflammation by using the wrong oil in your diet. And yeast, not talked about much in our culture, but yeast is so crucial when it comes to gut health. And a lot of people are dealing with yeast. So talk to an expert. Talk to an expert. Nutritional, micronutritional deficiencies, really crucial. Or the labs, fasting, giving your system a fair chance to heal. Probiotics only help sometimes. So, of course, having an expert by your side is the key, because not all probiotics are created equally. Not all supplements are created equally. And there is so much to look at. So don't get all caught up in the matrix of ignoring the signs and symptoms that your body has been giving it to you. And honestly, we all do that. I have done it. I'm guilty of it, and I would never do it again. But intuitive living is the way to go. Be more intuitive, be more present, listen to your body, and whatever is not working, start writing it down and find someone who knows what you're going through and they can help you in the fashion that they can bring you to the other side. So that is my urge to you today. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this. I know I had some voice issues and all that, but I still wanted to do it. Also, I am very passionate about this topic. You can always book a consult with me and we can get some breakthrough just from one consult. I'm really good at this since 2014. Well, my journey started in 2011 with my own health and then 2023 now, right? So almost over a decade of dealing with this and seeing this for other people and helping them and helping myself and all that good stuff, right? So let's do this, guys. Take care of our gut, take care of our health. And I hope you learned something today. And with that, namaste, take care.